Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone and my beloved teacher. Today, my group will be discussing about matrix structure. So, my name is Alif Aiman bin Nasri, and I will be explaining what is matrix structure by its definition and the type of matrix structure. Okay, so what is matrix structure? Matrix structure is a workplace format in which employees report two or more managers rather than one manager overseeing every aspect of a project. For an example, an employee may have a primary manager they report to as well as more project managers they work under. This type of structure is often useful when skills need to be shared across departments to complete a task and can be allow company to utilize a wide range of talent and strengths. Okay, matrix structure have three types, which is weak, balanced, and strong. For weak matrix organization is where the project manager have a low authority while the functional manager have a high authority. Then for balance is project manager and functional manager have the same authority. However, for strong, the project manager have a high authority while functional manager have low authority.
Hi, my name is Nur Amisha binti Abdul Raza, and I will be explaining on the functions of matrix structure. As you can see in the slides, there are three functions. I will be explaining first on the middle picture, which resembles communication. Why communication? This is because matrix organizational structure have multiple departments that work together. Therefore, communication is very crucial. This means the message being presented or delivered must be clear, concise, and consistent. Avoid messages that are ambiguous and difficult to understand. This way you can see that they emphasize two-way communication, where both parties listen and understand one another. Secondly, you can see on your left, which resembles collaboration on a project. When there are easy access to communication, it helps them to collaborate on their project better. Collaboration, to be exact, is the act of working together to achieve a common goal. So to relate to this matrix structure, it helps them to engage, move through the stages of team development, whereby they become high performing. This means increase in their work performance as a team. And lastly, on your right, the picture resembles as providing solutions. Since employees answer to multiple managers as opposed to just the functional manager, issues are resolved more quickly. As strategies become more complex, and so does the organization structure to execute them. So, with matrix organization structure, it allows flexibility in problem solving, where the conflict is resolved with dynamic solutions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ufa Hidayat binti Muhammad Azali, and I will be explaining about the flaw of matrix structure. Matrix structure can be called as two boss employee. That the first one is the functional boss, the permanent one, and the second one is the boss of the product team for a short term. As you can see, the black dot in the diagram refers to the employee that has two bosses. Normally, when there is no new product producing or new project, the employee only working as a team member permanently in their department under the department manager called as a functional boss. However, when there is a new product producing or new project, every department needs to send one of their representatives to get involved with the new product producing as the new team member, but in a short term, which means that he needs to contribute idea in that product team and be the middleman between the two bosses. And if the product team already done with the project, The employee as the department representative officially and his tasks as the representative in the product team and need to find another new project. The product team that newly created will have one boss, called as the boss of the product team. This means that the employee already has two bosses. Both bosses have different roles and duties. That is, the boss of product team only carry out a new project and ensure that the ideas contributed by the employees are in line with the project objective, while the functional boss only need to confirm the idea of the employee in accordance with the project and not to exceed the expected expenditure set by the finance manager. For example, let's say that you are the employee under the sales and marketing department. You are responsible for making most of the important decisions for marketing strategy and plan in product development in your product team. For example, you need to report your idea or strategy to the functional boss. And after you receive confirmation from him, you also need to submit your idea to the boss of your product team. And finally, you can apply the idea in the product development. This shows that you are also the middleman between the product manager and department manager. That's all from me.
Okay, next, my name is Sarfina Nurin binti Rus Zalansham, and I'll be explaining about the advantages of the matrix organization structure. Okay, one of the advantages of the matrix organization structure is that they have collaboration between different departments. Perhaps the biggest advantage of a matrix structure is that it brings together highly skilled team members from different departments, allowing the organization to capitalize on the resources it already has, rather than seeking expertise and recruiting project team members from outside of the organization. The second advantage is that it combines project and functional management structures. The matrix structure combines the project management structure with the functional management structure to increase efficiency, adapt to changing markets, and also respond more quickly to market demand. The third advantage is that it allows interdepartmental communication. The matrix structure also allows for better interdepartmental communication and collaboration. By allowing different departments to work together, the matrix structure fosters a more open work environment, ultimately making the organization more dynamic. The fourth one is that the employees can develop new set of skills. Okay, so the matrix structure can offer employees the opportunity to strengthen their interpersonal skills, communication skills, and also new set of skills due to the nature of utilizing more than one manager. Working outside of the traditional or hierarchical structure can benefit employees by helping them develop new set of skills and also gain valuable experience from working with different departments. The fifth advantage is that the team members and managers keep their functional roles. Okay, so project will always continue to come to an end, but project team members and managers may keep their functional roles throughout the project. When the project ends, both managers and team members can avoid misconceptions about their job security or searching for new projects as a contractor, as they may simply assume their functional roles. Additionally, team members may also participate in future projects. That's all, which is the 5 advantages of the matrix organizational structure. Thank you.
My name is Afika Kristina binti Azrul, and I will be elaborating on the disadvantages of the matrix structure. Now, the matrix structure may be difficult for a certain time, as the managers need to hold equal superiority, especially when they are sharing the same team members. Furthermore, the team members also might face some misconceptions about how they are expected to divide their time between their functional and project duties. So, referring to the slide, there are 5 disadvantages of the matrix structure. First of all, the manager roles may not be clearly defined. There might be some confusion occurred between the managers who are involved with projects that are outlined by the matrix, since the power dynamics between the functional manager and the project manager may not be as clearly defined within the matrix. Some confusion about the specific manager roles may arise. Secondly, team roles may not be clearly defined. This is where the team members might not fully understand what their roles are. It is either there are some miscommunication in understanding their roles, or the explanation about their roles were not detailed enough, since they have to hold responsibilities between their functional roles and project roles. Next, the decision-making process can be slowed down. Because of the nature of the matrix involving more than one manager, decisions that may be required to pass through both managers can sometimes take longer than necessary. Furthermore, with the integration of multiple managers and team members, decisions that require multiple steps can be slowed down when guided by the matrix. Next is too much work can cause overload. The matrix structure can also sometimes lead to work overload on team members, since their project workload is often in addition to their regular functional duties. Employees might suffer burnout or fail to complete their tasks or have their quality of work suffer due to the time constraints. And lastly, measuring employee performance might become difficult for the managers. Oftentimes, when implementing a metric structure, it may be difficult to analyze the employee performance when working on a project. This is in part because team members may be essentially performing more than one role, both functionally and the tasks within the project. Ultimately, with careful planning, clear expectations, effective communications, this metric structure can be an advantageous method of organizing multiple roles and departments when undertaking a large-scale project. Now, that is all from us. Thank you.